Hello.
Hello.
I didn't see that you actually hit the button.
The button has been pressed. We are ready to go.
In the know in the 920.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here with Laura Wiegert. Did I say that right?
You said it very perfectly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. She is the Executive VP, Executive Vice President of the Fox Cities Chamber of Commerce.
I am.
I love that. Thank you so much for being with us, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Absolutely thrilled it.
Like Executive VP, like she's probably got parades to go, be in. We try to think we're funny, by the way, on this podcast.
Just remember,
I don't know.
titles don't cost anything. Remember that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm super happy to be back. I feel like I've been out for a while. There was
Yeah.
we did like a first year, and now we're in season 2.
Fun.
We're in season 2. We're basically
Yeah.
like the Ellen show now, No, but we're in season 2, and then I went on vacation, and then I was sick for a little bit. There was just a lot going on. And Nick was out for a week. So we just had a lot of back and forth, and now I'm back, and I'm
Yeah.
just ready to be back every week.
This is probably our first episode together in
A while.
like months.
I know. It's great to be, the band is back together.
I'm sure somebody will tell us. They'll correct us to be like, actually, it's been
Actually,
since-"
you guys we watched you 3 weeks ago. All right, so I'm really happy to be back. And Nicholas, can you tell
babies.
us quickly, briefly, about our new listing? Because I'm really excited about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
our newest listing is super cute, super cute.
Yeah, so 217 East 8th Street in the
Mm-hmm.
city of Kaukauna. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I believe it's a 2-car garage. I don't know why that part's escaping me right
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, it is.
now. 199.9 is the
Mm-hmm.
list price.
$199.9.
So yeah,
Which is an amazing price, as we all know nowadays. Anything under 200 is like, and this place is impeccable. It's super cute, very, very well maintained, very clean.
Yeah, and I think we said that there were a bunch of updates within the last 10 years too.
Tons
all
of
the
updates.
roof, siding, windows, new fence installed in the backyard, all that kind of stuff. So.
Correct. And there's an open house on Saturday.
Open house is Saturday. That will be from 10 a.m. until noon.
10 a.m. till noon, and this Saturday is April
5th.
April 5th. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was trying to quick count in my head. I knew yesterday was April Fool's. So I'm like April 1, April 2, April 3. So April 5th, 10 to noon. And Nick is actually going to be hosting.
Yeah.
Go see Nick.
That's a rare occasion. It happens about once a year.
Yep,
so.
exactly. He's making a
Stop by.
rare sighting. So 217 East 8th Street, Kaukauna, super cute. Go see it this weekend. Showings are honestly stacking up. So I think it's going to be
Yeah.
a hit. Yes. All right, cool. So Laura,
Hi.
hi. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
All right, so again, you're the executive VP. You're like the big cheese.
Not the big cheese. That would
One
be
of
Becky.
them.
Yes.
Well, you're one of
One
them.
of them.
Hi, Becky.
She's the VP cheese.
Yeah, you're the VP
There you go.
cheese. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how long you have been with the chamber and kind of, where you've seen things start and where things are today with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been with the chamber going on 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I started there, I guess I would call it the COVID era, if we all remember.
COVID era,
The
unfortunately.
COVID years, I
Yes,
think it was
yes,
actually.
yes.
So it was real interesting to start at a chamber of commerce when essentially businesses are kind of shut down.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we pivoted a lot. We helped a lot of businesses, but thankfully, we came out of it, and we have grown and thrived. It's been fascinating to watch our growth as a chamber
Sure.
in the past 4 years. Just things, businesses were kind of feeling it out. What do I do? How do I survive?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right. Yeah.
we as a business, as a chamber is a business in a sense, we had to regroup.
Sure.
So we looked at our mission, our focus, our staffing, and we have figured out ways that we can help serve members even better and be more successful for economic development in the Fox cities.
Sure. I'm just going to ask this because I'm sure I'm not the only one that is thinking this.
It might be the same question I have.
Well, my question is what is the number one kind of mission or goal of a chamber of commerce? You know, you see them all over the place.
Yep.
You hear, you think about them. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. But what is actually like at the end of the day? What is the goal?
You know, that's a really interesting question because there's not one answer.
Okay.
There's a saying in our industry that if you know one chamber, you know one chamber.
Okay.
Okay.
Because every chamber is different.
Okay.
We, for example, focus on B2B, economic development, the local economy. We don't do tourism. We have the Visitors and Convention Bureau that does tourism.
Sure.
We partner with them, but we don't do it.
Okay.
A lot of chambers do tourism. Think when you're traveling around to a city,
Sure.
you think, I'll stop at the chamber and get a brochure.
Right.
Yeah, not here.
Okay.
But
I got you.
and then some chambers,
Sure.
they do really weird things. Like we know one, I think it's in Florida. They have a steakhouse on the top floor of their building that the chamber owns and operates.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so every chamber is different, but we are B2B economic development, making this a great place to live, work, and play.
Okay. That is really cool. I love just starting
Yeah.
out knowing that
Yeah.
helps quite a bit.
I feel like a Wisconsin chamber. If you were going to be selling some sort of food, you'd have to have like a dairy store. Like
Yeah.
you're just selling cheese curds out
You
the side or
would. You'd have to
something.
have a cooler section for
Yeah.
sure with, some
Or
cheese.
old fashions and fish
Yes,
fries.
or
You
that
know,
too.
You could do that.
There could be, right. There could really be a lot of options there, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you feel like, okay, again, you said you kind of started during the COVID era. Where have you seen things come today? Because it's been 4+ years.
It has been, yeah. And one of the things that came out of COVID that we did that we're very proud of, and it helped us win some awards we can talk about later,
Ooh, I'm excited.
is our Connect Free membership.
Okay.
And it was specifically designed to help businesses coming out of COVID by giving them access to the tools and resources they need to run their business. So what Connect Free does, it's a free membership level. So if you are a business with 5 or fewer FTEs, a nonprofit with 10 or fewer FTEs, or any freestanding restaurants, because they were hit really hard during COVID, you are eligible to get a free membership, and that gives you access to our events, our programming, our seminars, just a lot of tools to help your business succeed.
Sure. That's awesome. So that is really, really, really cool. Is there a lot of businesses that have taken advantage of that?
Over 800.
Holy cow.
I couldn't even name.
I
like,
didn't even
100
know there was.
businesses.
I love this.
Cow.
But that just goes to show right there when you say that, then when you have events and things that are happening, how many networking opportunities, like you said, there are, and ways for businesses to help themselves out and help themselves grow, right? Yeah. That's really cool.
Yep,
I love
exactly.
that.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
Very successful program, and
Yeah.
we're just happy to help. And I do have to add one thing. So yes, we're helping
Sure.
small businesses, but remember, when small businesses succeed, everyone
Everyone does.
succeeds.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yep, it's a domino effect on the economy that helps the Fox Cities be a better, more vibrant place.
Sure. Absolutely. No, I love that. So free membership for anybody, any small business. Well, it would be a small business, right? Because it's
Yep.
5 or fewer
Yep.
full-time employees.
Yep. Yep, and the nonprofits and the restaurants.
Very,
So,
very
and,
cool.
I mean, so a restaurant could have 50 employees and they would still get free membership.
It also says that there's a YMCA discount program involved in this.
That was the other cool thing that came out of Connect Free. So when we launched this, we had other partners reaching out to us, and one of them was the YMCA.
Sure.
And they're like, we offer our corporate memberships discounts for large companies.
Right.
We want to do something for the small business owner.
Sure.
So they exclusively offer our Connect Free members a discounted YMCA membership.
Well, that's
with
cool.
A lot of perks.
I love that. Thank you, YMCA.
And the other one, Network Health. They reached out.
I was just going to ask you
yeah,
that.
sorry,
That's
I-
cool.
I-
I love that.
because as you know, small businesses and health insurance
I
can
know.
get really costly.
We
Yes.
sure do.
Yes.
Especially as realtors, we know it's rough.
No, yeah.
It's rough.
So Network Health partnered with us, and we have a discounted insurance program for employers with 2 to 99 employees. And again, you get like I can't even name them all off the top of my head, but it's a discounted premium, and it's a lot of other perks that save you money and give you a lot of incentives.
That is really, really nice. Now, what happens if I have more than 5 full-time employees? Can I pay then for, I would be paying for membership?
You would,
But
yes.
then could I get let's say I have more than 5, because I do, but I'm still I'm pretty small. Would I somehow be able to get health insurance
Yes.
benefits still?
Yes, the only requirement for that is that you're a Chamber of Commerce member to get the discount.
Okay.
And then the plan they offer is up to 99 employees.
Okay.
So do you have less than 99?
I sure do.
Okay, then you could get health insurance. But you have to be a Chamber member, so we got to get
I
you
know.
signed up.
I am. I said right before we started recording, I am signing up. This is why I love doing this, because I actually get involved.
If we're talking full-time employees, you only have 3.
That's true. I have a couple part-timers.
Yeah.
If the hours add up to
Okay.
5 full-time.
Okay. Interesting.
might
I don't think they
qualify.
do. So there we go. It also says Grow Seminar Series.
Yes, that is a new perk we also offer to our small business members. Every
Sure.
quarter, we tap into our members for their expertise.
Okay.
And then we give a seminar. It could be on marketing. The next one is on professional development and leadership growth.
Sure.
And it's free.
I love
it's
that.
free to anybody.
Yeah.
So we love we have member-to-member discounts where you can offer a discount to other members only.
Sure.
Just a lot of different unique things like that to bring value to our small businesses.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very cool. Okay, so I feel like, a lot of businesses should be taking advantage of
They
Connect
should.
Free, for sure. And
yes.
including myself, and I will be after today. Okay, so that is fantastic. Now, I would also like to ask you about Octoberfest, because just before we got started, we learned that the Chamber technically puts on Oktoberfest.
Not just technically, they
And you
really
do.
do.
You
yeah.
do.
Fully.
You do.
yes.
They fully.
Which is, I did not know that.
A lot of people
It's a
don't.
huge undertaking.
It is. We are blessed to have. We have in fact, we had a committee meeting this morning
Okay.
because planning starts in December.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And we have a lot of volunteers and subcommittees too. So it takes a village, but this is a chamber program. We manage it, we fund it. We do everything we can to make it successful.
Sure.
And we're very excited about this year. We have some new things going on. Have you been to Octoberfest?
I love Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
You bet?
Oh, absolutely.
yes.
Yes.
Okay,
We've been there.
what are your favorite parts?
Well, if you would have asked me that, 15 years ago, I would have said the beer.
Yes.
But no, honestly, I love anything to do, like at this stage of my life, with the arts and the crafts
Oh,
and all of that
yes.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites. And the food. I mean, honestly, trying different foods.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yep.
Love
Yep,
it.
I do.
Just like a good last hurrah to summer, enjoying what should still be a little bit of good weather and
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
being
Well,
outdoors.
exactly. And that's the beauty of Oktoberfest. There's something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just drinking. And yes, there is drinking, and, God bless them all. But,
Right.
we have 170 arts and crafts vendors.
Yes.
We have a family fun area for the kids. We have, how many over 80 food vendors up
Wow.
and down College Avenue.
That's awesome.
And then we have the bands, the live music, and just the vibe. The
Which I know
vibe
a
is just
ton of people
awesome.
love the live music too.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I do too. But I know there's a lot of really diehards in this area we have some great live music in this area.
Yeah,
We really
Yeah.
do.
we're very lucky.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But what a huge undertaking. It says on here 350 plus thousand attendees.
Yeah.
What?
Yep, it's over 2 days. Remember, License to Cruise is
Sure,
on Friday.
sure.
That runs from 3 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
And this year, we are now having live bands in Houdini Plaza on Friday night.
Oh,
With
fun.
some beer and whatnot.
That'll
so
be fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Maybe that'll calm down the Saturday crowd a bit. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
That's true. Oh, gosh.
No,
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
between License to Cruise and Oktoberfest, we get over almost 350,000 people in 2 days.
That's
It is
insane.
amazing.
Yeah,
I always love seeing the
Yeah.
overhead picture with just the avenue is
Yeah.
just packed.
I call that the money shot.
Yes.
That is the money shot.
So if you break it down, it's only 175,000 people a day.
Right.
Only.
No, it's so great. It's such a great event. Do you have a lot more? I honestly haven't been in the last couple of years, but I have been many, many times in the past. Do you get a lot of like food truck vendors now too? Do you incorporate that?
You know what's interesting about that is before COVID, the answer would have been no.
Okay.
But COVID changed the way people eat and the way restaurants serve.
Sure.
And that's when food trucks, because it was safe to go to a food truck.
Right.
So they became really, really popular.
Uh-huh.
And we had to pivot also. So once
Sure.
we got back up and running after COVID, we started incorporating food trucks. And now the numbers keep jumping every year. It used to be a third. I would say almost a half now are food trucks.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
and-
honestly, and I think it's fun. It's still, in my opinion, like a new enough concept
Yes.
that whenever you see an event being planned or anything, and it's like food trucks,
Yeah.
people just like
They
that,
do. They
right?
really do.
Right.
I don't know
Whether
why.
the food is served out of a tent or a food truck, I don't know why it makes it different, but people just really like food trucks. I get a kick out of it. They're
Yeah, it's
fun.
like, it is one of those things where it's, like your kids are 9 and 12, like they're going to be like, oh yeah, food trucks. Those
They
are at
do.
every event.
For
I
sure.
expect
Right.
a food truck.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, my kids are like food truck. That's normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we didn't grow up in that
No.
that era.
That was like
of-
a sketchy hot dog stand off to the side.
Totally, yeah.
People
and it was
used to tell us not to go to the food trucks.
Yeah.
But you only saw them at 2 a.m. when the bars closed.
Exactly. That's true. Exactly. So wow. And you said you start planning that in December.
Yes.
You have to.
So you take 2 months off, and then you spend 10
The
months
rest
on
of the
it.
year. You have to.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty
850 volunteers. Wow.
And by the way, if you want to volunteer, it is opened up. The primary role is bartending.
Sure.
So it is a lot of fun.
Okay.
You work a couple hour shift.
Yeah.
And you just get to meet a lot of people and serve some beer.
Absolutely.
Good time.
I love
Yeah.
that. Well, this summer we have rented a booth at the farmers markets.
Oh, I
Which-
love the farmers market.
Totally
Okay.
different thing, but I'm just saying we're definitely trying to get more involved in the
Yeah.
community and meet people. So hey, maybe we'll need to sign up to volunteer as well.
Yeah, I'd enjoy it.
That would be
I'd enjoy
awesome.
it, yeah.
Very, very cool. Okay, so Oktoberfest, that's got to be like your big event, right?
It is.
Are there other smaller events that you're doing throughout the year, or is it more just hosting like the like you said, like the speaking series and things like that?
We actually, when you count up everything we do, it's over 100 events a year.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
But we have several. We have what we call our signature events.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go in chronological order. So celebrate is we kick off the year. It's in Lifetime Achievement Awards,
Okay.
Economic Outlook Lunch,
Okay.
Excellence in Education Teacher Awards,
Sure.
our Future Fox Cities Career Expo.
Okay.
We have 2 golf outings, one in summer, one in fall.
Wow.
Oh my God, we're having an AI summit in December.
Okay.
Smart Girls Rock is a STEAM event to learn about STEAM careers.
Sure.
And I think I'm forgetting some, but those are some of the big
That's
ones.
awesome.
Wow.
I've been living under a rock. Wow.
No, you and everybody. I mean, we're still a best kept secret because people just don't know unless they're exposed to it in some manner.
Sure.
And we just need to keep getting that word out.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I love that. And that's again why I love doing this kind of thing because we learn things. Hopefully, other people that are listening learn things. And, if we can even reach a couple new people to
right,
join up, I mean,
exactly.
I think that's awesome. Very, very cool. So, you guys are busy. Like,
We are.
really
Yeah.
busy.
For a staff of 12, we do a lot.
Yeah. So, this is
Yeah.
like full time
Yep.
gig. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, because it seems like you guys have gotten some really cool recognition, won some cool awards.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So because of programs like Octoberfest and our Connect Free membership, a lot of the things we do are not common to chambers. It's, we like to consider them leading edge. And as a result, last year we were named National Chamber of the Year.
Yay!
I know. Thank you.
That's awesome. Wait. I think we have a Toryism for that. Hold, please.
That's a bussin'.
as the kids would say.
bussin'
That's
bus?
bussin'.
Good Lord,
I don't
I
know.
don't-
That's what the kids say. That's just one of her
Yeah.
little
Trying to
sayings.
learn-
That means that's cool.
Listen, I can't keep up. Okay, I just yeah. No, that's
So,
awesome. That
you-
is so cool.
Do you have a metric of like how many chambers that is out of? Like,
So this is through the national organization, ACCE, it's called, Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives. And I think that there are 1,100 members
Wow.
of this.
dang.
And it was by size. So
Yeah.
there were 4 sizes.
Sure.
So, but
That's awesome.
we're up against Sarasota, Florida, and Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
And we won.
Very, very cool. I
you.
love that. Anything else that you want to share with us about that? Some of your, accomplishments. I mean, it feels like you guys. I'm looking at some of the things that you have here. Have really done some cool stuff.
Yeah, we like to feel, we need to be on the cutting edge to help the Fox Cities thrive. We need to figure out ways to keep doing things bigger and better.
Sure.
And Connect Free is one of those. That's become a best practice nationwide.
Sure.
So we have had, we helped Buffalo, New York get their program up and started. We
Okay.
have, we just talked to New Orleans Chamber.
Sure.
We have talked to chambers around the country on how to do that so they too can be just as successful.
Sure.
Cool.
It is. We're very excited about that. I think our efforts have also helped us get other recognition,
Sure.
which just affirms who we are and what we do as a chamber.
Yeah.
So last year, our Connect Free program won us the Wisconsin Innovation Award. It's a statewide award in the nonprofit category.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
those
is
awards
very,
are huge.
very cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Very cool.
It was weird. We were there, and then we're up against we're not up against, but we're receiving awards alongside
Right.
like physicists
Sure.
and engineers, and we're like, wait, we're just a little old chamber here. Don't we belong
Cool
here?
though. That's so
Yeah.
reassuring though, right? That what you're doing is working and making a difference.
We feel that way. We do like to feel
That's
that way.
awesome.
And then we most recently received an award from FDI Insider, who recognized us as the most impactful chamber in the state of Wisconsin.
Yay! That is so cool.
Thank you.
That is awesome. And I think that's such a great thing because here we are, little small business, and there's obviously a ton of them that can really benefit from something like this. To know that we have that backing in our own community, I
Yeah.
think is so great.
And that's a great takeaway. If you're a small business, if you're any size business,
Sure,
we
any
are
size
doing
business,
things
right.
to help you be better.
Correct.
To help the Fox Cities be better. So if you aren't a member, check us out.
For
and if
sure.
you are a member, check us out more.
Yes, check us out more. Participate, right?
Participate, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So one of the things that I think is interesting in terms of, I actually like some of these key findings in terms of benefits, of being a member, right? So chamber membership strengthens a business's reputation. So it says 64% purchase goods or services from the business, and 63% of people recommend the business to someone else, right?
Yep. And that's a national survey that ACCE did.
Okay.
Of perceptions of chambers of commerce
Sure.
across the country.
That is really great. I like that.
yeah.
And we gotta get that even higher, I
Yeah.
think.
We
Bump it
do.
up.
Yeah.
We do. And we had some good takeaways from that survey as well, that there are a lot of people who don't know what a chamber does. So,
Well, right?
like you guys,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah.
It's like, I know kind of, again, I think a lot of people, right, kind of go through their daily life, like, I know a chamber of commerce, like I get the main idea,
Yeah.
right? But it's like,
Yeah.
when we really break it down,
Right.
what are we
Like,
doing?
I know the word commerce.
Yeah.
That part makes
Yeah,
sense to me.
yeah.
Well, before I started working with chambers, I thought it was a place you went to get a brochure when you were on vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I thought it was.
Exactly.
And for some chambers, that's true. That's
Sure.
who they are.
Sure.
But that's not who we are. We have an amazing visitors and convention bureau out by the mall.
Yes.
And they do a terrific job on that.
Right.
Yep.
Yes. It's so great. It says chambers, again, just talking about a little bit more about some of the key points of what chambers do. So chambers serve businesses and communities. Most U.S. adults agree that local chambers of commerce, 76%, are stewards of a strong local economy, which is huge. We need a strong local economy.
We do.
We really do. 74% say that create jobs and promote local community development. I like that.
That is right in our wheelhouse. That's what we love to
Yeah.
do.
And 72% say play a key role in addressing community challenges. What would you say about that one, Laura?
And a
Do you feel like there's She's like, "Well, let me tell you."
yeah. I probably can't tell you some things.
But I mean, do you feel like that is part of it, like addressing certain things that are going on? And okay,
It is.
Sure.
We do advocacy as well.
Sure.
You know, we have someone who advocates for us at the state level.
Sure.
And we want to make sure that our businesses, you know, whether it's taxation or other issues,
sure.
we want to help them. Like, for example, during COVID, I don't know if you remember, they were going to tax PPP money.
I do remember this.
Yes.
The chamber was one of the advocates at the state level who fought and won
Okay.
to make sure that that did not happen for our local businesses.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will say that. Thank you
Yeah.
from someone that
Dang.
received some PPP money
Right?
back then. Yes.
I mean, how stupid was that? It's
Yeah,
but,
right.
So,
okay,
yes.
so that's really great. It's great to know that we have that kind of backing right here in our own backyard. Really,
We do. And talent retention and attraction is another thing. Last year, 2 years ago, if you think about it, there was, what did we find out? There's like one job. No, there's 5 candidates for every one job. No, 5 jobs for every one candidate. I got that backwards.
Okay,
So
5
in other
jobs
words,
for every
it was
one
hard to
candidate.
hire talent.
Okay.
There was
Okay.
just a lot of jobs and not a lot of people to fill them.
We're talking right here in the Fox City.
Right here in the Fox City.
Okay.
So that's why we have our talent initiatives like our Career Expo and our STEM events and things like that.
Sure.
However, we're seeing that starting to shift now, and it's becoming more of a 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
Where there's one job opening per one candidate.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? We're not quite sure. Are we going
Right.
into recession or aren't we? You know, there's a lot of debate
Right.
around that, but we just want to help businesses be prepared.
Have you seen like the overall amount of jobs cut back? Is that what you're saying when you say that?
If you go to our website,
Yeah.
It's our regional partnership, our economic development page.
Mm-hmm.
We have a source of data that shows job postings,
Okay.
and it gives you a graph to show increases or decreases.
Okay.
And it's fascinating to go look at some of those numbers.
What is your website for everyone?
Oh,
For everyone to know.
exactly.
Yeah.
FoxCitiesChamber.com.
FoxCitiesChamber.com. Easy peasy.
FoxCitiesChamber.com. Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. That is actually very, very interesting. It's kind of like, in real estate, we have obviously supply and demand of houses,
Yes.
right? And the National Association of Realtors puts out this report all the time of, how much inventory we have. And I don't really know exactly how they calculate it, but they like it to be, like they would consider it to be a balanced market if we had a 6-month supply.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we've had more like a 4.
We're down to like a month or 2
Really?
right now of inventory.
So it's even weakened lately.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought so. Okay, so like a year, 2 years ago, wasn't it really bad, or is it even worse now?
Yeah, it was.
The supply
low
was
for a
was
while.
was very low. I think it started to kind of creep back up a little bit, and then now it's kind of gone back down again.
Interesting.
Yes. So if you're looking to sell, people sell. I mean, truly, and we get it. A lot of it, I think, going back to COVID, started with COVID,
Yeah.
and then housing inventory was already low in our area at that point.
Yeah.
And then obviously, and understandably so, some people that didn't maybe have to sell were like, I don't want my house on the market right now. I don't want a bunch of people traipsing through, I get it. But then inventory got even lower. And then it's just never really rebounded. And then the feds dropped the interest rates really, really low. So everybody that was sitting in a house already refied and got an amazing interest rate.
Yep.
So now, unless they have to sell for job relocations, estate sales, divorces,
divorce,
those kinds
yeah.
of things, we're not seeing a lot of movement. And we get it. But the thing is, I think people need to understand that those interest rates, yes, they were wonderful, but they're not coming back.
Yeah.
They're not. And what we have now in the low 6s is really pretty normal and palatable at the end of the day. It really is.
Yeah, an interesting statistic that we saw recently too was that in 2024, the average house sold 4 days faster than the average for the year prior. So we continue to see homes flying off the shelves even faster.
Yeah.
Where, a 35-day closing might have been normal. Now all of a sudden it's, 30-day closing is
Wow.
the norm. So
Well, right. And if you're thinking about possibly selling because you want a different house, consider the fact that you can probably at least make up some of the money that you'll have on the interest rate up front when you sell, because we're going to be able to get you that much more for it. I mean, I literally just met with somebody yesterday that has been in their house for a year and a half, and I'm getting them $70,000 in a year and a half. So,
Wow.
anyways, totally off track, but I'm just saying I get what you're saying about the metrics and how I love following that kind of stuff, because
Okay.
it shows you kind of like what's going on. Do you feel okay? So, everybody always says to us, crystal ball, what do you think about the real estate market, right?
Oh, God.
So I'm sure everybody asks you,
Yeah.
what do you feel about the job market? How are you feeling? Are we nearing a recession?
Yeah, give
What's
us a concrete
happening?
answer.
Tell
Oh
us-
my
yes,
God.
whatever you say is 100%. You've heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, so here's my advice. Go talk to a real economist.
Okay.
And not to me. I have no clue.
Okay.
Even we bring in Dr. Elliot Eisenberg every February, very entertaining economist,
Sure.
national guy. And he's like, just take this with a grain of salt, because
Sure.
there's so many things.
Oh, for sure.
Look at the presidential race. That had a huge impact.
Sure.
One thing, one oil spill, one
Sure.
wildfire.
Right. Yep.
It just changes everything.
Everything.
So,
Yep. Yeah. So you never know.
You just never
I
know.
think the biggest thing though too is like that I've tried to find in my own life is don't listen to too much noise from the outside either, right? And just go operate day to day. And like recently, we've talked about in past episodes, I'm like the worst plane flyer ever. But I do it because I want to go places.
Yeah,
And
I hear ya.
lately, Nick was saying,
ya.
he's like, Kelly, all these things that you're hearing about recently, didn't you tell me like there's actually been more plane crashes, et cetera, in previous years, but it's just that the media has been so focused on it this year, right?
And that's just the thing. Like, sometimes media cycles just catch on to one thing. Like, yeah.
Right.
January and February of 2023 had more plane incidents than January and February of this year. But
Right.
that's, this year you heard about it like crazy. It
They
seemed
just
like every
catch on.
single
It was
day.
like one after another
Yeah.
after another.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, it's like, oh, I'm never going to fly
I know,
again.
like, I'm not getting on a plane, nothing you.
But there was a thing
yeah,
like
it's-
3 or 4 years ago like that too, where it was like, oh, trains were derailing.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
it turns out there's 1 or 2 train derailments a day in the U.S., but we just don't hear about it.
Correct. I mean, the thing is I think with jobs and the economy, and this is, again, I'm zero expert, but I operate in a job as a realtor that is, I say, I'm on a constant job interview, because I've gotten my license and I've passed that test and whatnot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I have to constantly be hired by my clients, right? And if I'm not, then
you
I
bet.
don't have work. And so real estate can be very scary because it can be very up and down, between just the supply and demand of the market, but also just what we do, right, in general. And how much effort we put in is what we reap what we sow, truly, right?
Okay, so how many realtors are there per home buyer? Do
Well,
we know
that's
that
a
number?
really great question, but I know in Northeast Wisconsin, we're at about 25 or 2,600 realtors
Oh my
in
gosh.
Northeast Wisconsin
okay,
as a
all right,
whole.
all
I
right.
think statewide we're somewhere, it's a little bit less than like, there's like 1 realtor per 200 citizens in the state. So,
Put it this
But
way.
home buyers.
yeah.
Well,
I
right.
don't know how
exactly.
that equates.
Home buyers.
Yeah.
I mean, put it this way. When they say, and they said this to us when we're in real estate classes and things, but I found it to be very true. 90% of the business is done by about 10% of the realtors. That really is
It is
a
very
very
true.
statement. And of course, there's some realtors that are realtors on the side, or just, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
just
So
a
that's
hobby type of thing, yeah.
Exactly. But for us that are full-time, it's like, we do run into a lot of the same realtors over and over.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this and that, But anyways, what I've learned is you can't panic too much, because I used to panic all the time. Like, the world is ending. I haven't gotten any new business in 3 days. And then all of a sudden,
Yes.
more new business comes along,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, exactly.
And so it's like, don't listen to too much of what's going on out there in the world, and just keep keep focusing on what you're doing, keep working hard, right? Can you tell us a little bit about your Young Professionals program? Because it sounds really cool and like something that I would have loved to have done, maybe 10, 15 years ago.
I think about that often too. I'm very jealous of this group.
Yeah.
Because, I'm older, so back when I was young, it wasn't even a thing.
Sure.
You were just out there floundering on your own,
Yeah.
trying to make your way in the work world.
Right.
But now we have a group, and there's close to 900 young professionals
That's
in our
awesome.
group. And because it's a free membership, you
Sure.
don't have to be a chamber member to be a
Okay.
young professional.
Okay.
You don't have to pay anything to become a member of Pulse, which is our young
Pulse.
professional group.
Sure.
Now, sometimes we have events that are free for Pulse, sometimes they cost, but you can pick and choose the events you can go to. There's probably 2 a month. We have lunch and learns, professional development. We have social events like axe throwing. We have a restaurant club.
I love that.
Every year we recognize Future 15, the top
Okay.
15 young professionals in the
I've
Fox
seen
Cities.
that
Yep.
too.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yep, that's
Which
our
I think is
program.
super cool and definitely something to like work towards as a young professional.
It
Could we
is.
have like a middle-aged professional group, do you think? Because I would be all for, I'll work towards that.
So let's see. Technically, young professionals, it goes like 40 and under. Is
Yeah.
kind of what we say, but we don't card at the door.
sorry, Cal.
Just missed,
no.
I've just missed it.
We don't card at the door. So,
Doesn't card at the door. Yes. Yes.
but if you were looking, we could do something like 40 to 60 and call it heartbeat.
I like that.
We're joking at work. For older people, call it flatline.
Yes. There we
Instead of
go.
pulse.
We got
Yeah.
pulse. We got heartbeat.
And we have flatline.
I think for us it would just be
Amazing.
arrhythmia.
This is yeah. Nick and I we both specialize in seeing the cardiologist. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is great. No, but I love having that kind of program because, like you said too, I do remember those days. You're trying to break into the business world.
Yeah.
You're trying to prove yourself. There's so many things. And I just think it's a great way to meet people too, if nothing else.
Yes.
Right?
It absolutely is.
Because it's like after college and all that, where do you meet
Yeah.
people? Right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's great for for teachers, nurses,
Sure.
professionals, lawyers, accountants, anybody.
Yeah.
And we have a really good mentoring focus as well. So we have every year a CEO breakfast.
Okay.
Where we have CEOs talking to the young professionals to give them their advice on their leadership journey.
Sure.
We also have a mentoring program where we pair a young professional with the seasoned professional.
Very cool.
And they meet for the year.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Well, see, I could get involved. I could be the seasoned. Great. Great.
Salt and pepper.
There I am.
That's right.
It's like, how does this happen? I still feel like I'm 25. I know. Well, I love that though. And then can you share with us a little bit about what did you call it? Girls?
Oh, Smart Girls Rock.
Smart Girls Rock.
Yes. So that is a program for high school girls.
Okay.
And the whole premise is that you think of STEM careers, right?
Sure.
The science, technology, engineering, and math. You
Yes.
think, oh, boys, that's welding, that's operating a crane. So the whole premise is, no, it's not. Girls can do this too.
Sure.
And you need to expose STEM careers to kids at younger and younger ages.
Sure.
So what Smart Girls Rock is, we bring them on site. Like this year, it's being held at Bolt. And we bring them on
Cool.
site, and we have 15 stations of employers from around the Fox Cities, and they have a hands-on activity. Like Miller will have girls do welding.
Okay.
Bolt may have them operate a crane.
Sure.
Walbeck has them create a cookie like you're creating asphalt.
Sure.
So they show that there's so many careers in STEM that you've never thought of, and girls can do anything.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It is
Girls
very cool.
can do
They
anything.
can, I know.
But I love having that because, like you said, it's such you still, even in 2025, it still feels like it's, very much leans towards the boys. And I love that.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Thank
Very,
you.
very cool.
Thank you. We
Well,
do
you know
too.
what? I mean, this has been so great because I feel like I've learned literally so much about the Chamber of Commerce and all that you guys do for the community.
Yeah.
And thank you for all that you do.
Gosh, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me tell
Oh
my
my
story.
gosh,
I
of
appreciate
course.
it very
Yes.
much.
And so
Yeah.
again, the best way for people to sign up would be to go to your website, right?
FoxCitiesChamber.com.
Okay.
There's a button right on the homepage, become a member.
Okay.
Just click there.
I'm gonna
It's
do that right after this.
online form.
Honestly, I'm gonna do that right after
Wonderful.
this. And then you guys, your physical location. is?
We are downtown, 125 North Superior Street. Do you know where
Okay.
the old Gannett building is?
Yes.
The Post
Yeah.
Crescent?
Right.
We are right across from there, and then the
Okay.
222's over here. So
Oh, sure.
we're watching all the renovation with
I
US
love
Venture.
that.
Yeah.
How fun.
It is fun.
How fun. Okay. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you both. I really
Laura.
appreciate it,
Absolutely. I love learning about this. All right. So now we're going to cover our weekend events. All right. So here we go.
Let's see what's happening this weekend in the 920.
Nick,
Oh,
I'll
fun.
let you start.
Okay, I will start it out. First up, we have. Oh, okay, I see. This is kind of a multi-day thing. So it's called Camp Hen, like a chicken. Adult Art Day Camp,
Okay.
Friday through Sunday. Rooster Dreams Visual Arts.
I love Rooster
which-
Dreams.
Yes, it's a cool place. It's 124 West Wisconsin Ave in Neenah. You can register via email, info@roosterdreams.com. Basically, it just says spend a long weekend for yourself creating more with a group of like-minded people. You'll get to work with a wide variety of materials to make 6 to 8 different projects.
Wow.
So it's Friday from 1 to 7, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The total is $175. All materials are supplied. You choose from 11 different projects. Food. All meals will be potluck. Participants will bring their choice of food items. And then the project options, there's a ton of them. It's tie-dye shirts, charcuterie boards, paper flowers, pet portraits, button bouquets, walking sticks, etc.
Lots.
It's a lot of stuff.
Which is really cool. I love that. All right, so that's pretty much happening like this whole weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, I've got cottagecore propagation stations. Can you believe that I just actually pronounced that so nicely?
That is tough to
Thank
say.
you. Make and Take Workshop. This is at Earthy Herbs, 615 Main Street in Wrightstown. This is happening this Friday from 6 to 7. So it says, join us on Friday, April 4th at 6 o'clock for a propagation station workshop with a cottagecore twist. Now, I have to say, I'm going to admit, as I'm reading this, what is a propagation station? Do we know, any of us?
Propagation? Yeah. So it's like when you take like cuttings from a plant and you propagate them in like a new vial so that it like grows
Okay.
roots out and
All right.
stuff.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I needed that. All materials are provided for you to create your own unique cottagecore propagation station, including your choice of a spider plant. We'll be working with preserved mosses and crystal mushrooms. Feel free to bring any charms or trinkets that you wish to use in your craft. Tickets for this workshop are $11 and can be found through the event link or by calling or texting the shop at 920-764-3007. This is for all ages. Earthy Herbs.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right. So next up is a place that they've always got something going on here.
Absolutely.
It's Survivor Saturday at Thousand Islands. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Thousand Islands Environmental Center in Kaukauna. It says, can you survive the day? Use all your survival skills in one epic competition. Complete the challenge at each station for a chance to win the survival basket.
This would not be for me. I'm the worst survivor of anything. But it sounds, I would love to go watch. Absolutely.
Attendees will need to start at the check-in station located next to the building to receive their challenge map. This event is open for all ages. Youth 12 and under will need an adult present. No registration is required. You do not need to live in Kaukauna or have a library card to attend.
Oh, look at that. You can do it without a library card. I love
Well,
that.
I still have one.
Okay. All right. So this next one, Nick, take it. Take it. Read it, please. I'm going to thank Kylie, our team manager that comes up with the events every week, for putting this on here because
Okay.
is it a tiny bit older?
Nope,
a
it's not.
teeny?
It is a teeny bit older.
Okay.
We'll see why in just a moment. Kintsugi 920 Aesthetics Anniversary Bash.
Okay.
Saturday, noon to 4 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Captain's Walk Winery, 345 South Adams Street, Green Bay.
Okay.
We're shaking things up for our 1-year anniversary with martini-inspired vibes.
Ah,
Beauty and
a
self-care.
teeny bit older martini. Captain's Walk Winery. Oh, okay. It's all coming together now.
Aromatherapy blending bar. Kintsugi 920 Aesthetics. Permanent jewelry from Wild and Arrow. Mini tattoos from Adorn. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
A bloom bar. I always love those. Those are
Yeah.
super fun. The flowers. Massages.
Oh, a espresso martinis, wine, specialty cocktails, mocktails, just you name it, they've probably got it.
Martini-inspired bites.
Yeah.
Huh.
Free entry, pay as you go, plus the first 10 guests get a little something extra.
Very, very cool. Oh, and here we go. Nick, this is right in yours in my hood. Here we
Yeah.
go. Tanner's. There's always something going on at Tanner's.
Tanner's.
Nick and I both live down the street from Tanner's.
Okay.
We do.
17th, oh, this will be a biggie. 17th annual Rock for Wishes at Tanner's this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Rock for Wishes is the area's greatest gathering of musical talent. We started in 2006 with the goal of raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Wisconsin. Every year it gets bigger and better. So this Saturday, April 5th, will be the greatest Rock for Wishes event yet. You've heard it here first. We have put together 7 of the area's best bands, featuring Ask Your Mother, Inferred, Boombox, Doozy. We love Doozy. They've played at several of our events. They're great. Brady Lee, Grand Union, and Millie and the Mayhem. Make your way down to Tanner's. 2 o'clock is the start time with music kickoff at 2:30 with Millie and the Mayhem. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased at Tanner's. As always, this is an all-ages event. They'll also have 50/50 raffles, silent auction items, and much more. Come on down and help make some wishes come true. So it benefits Make-A-Wish, and I think that will be a very fun event. And I know from a lot of the events at Tanner's,
Yes.
I'm not even going to try to drive anywhere down that street during that
Yeah.
time because it will be packed. But that's great.
From my home, I can just feel the music.
You can.
Actually.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I can usually feel it as well from
yeah.
because it's we're both really close. But that'll be awesome. I love that they do that kind of thing. So it feels like there's a lot going on in the Fox Cities this week. I mean, there always is, which is great. And I don't know. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Splendid weekend.
Splendid. And thank you again so much for being with us, Laura, and for
welcome.
talking all about the Chamber of Commerce and teaching us all sorts of things that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
love
love it.
learning.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great rest of your week and weekend. And we will see you next week.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.